this is my packaging room. I got my art inspo wall over here, and then this is basically where I pack all the orders. So today that is what we're going to be doing. I have some prints that I made yesterday. These are a few that I made. So I'm going to package these up, and then after that I'm gonna get changed to go walk to the post office today. I'm slightly nervous about walking to the post office because it is super windy out. It's like that time in between end of winter, start of spring when the weather just becomes extra windy. I don't know why that is, but it's that time right now. I hopefully won't get blown away by the wind as I'm walking to the post office. Hopefully. I think it'll be okay. We'll see. I think it'll be okay. Just a little nervous because it's super windy. So I think I'm gonna get changed and then get bundled up and then head to the post office. So today I'm very excited to try out making kimbap for the first time by myself. Growing up in a Korean household, I had kimbap quite often. It's a great spring, summer picnic food. I would help my mom make it a lot of the time, and so it was just like a really great bonding kind of meal to make together. And I've been thinking about trying it out, and recently I went home to visit my parents and my dad made kimbap. Kind of inspired me to try to make it on my own. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the materials that I got and then just show you the kimbap making process. So I have the materials over here. I'm going to show you the ingredient list of what I'll be using to make this kimbap recipe. So first, of course, we got our rice. I decided to go ahead and use sushi rice because I just thought that it would stick to the seaweed paper just hopefully better. So we're gonna use some Japanese sushi rice. And then next, one of the most important parts of the kimbap making process, of course, is seaweed paper. So gonna use some of this. In Korean, it's called kim. So we're gonna use some of this seaweed paper to wrap up the kimbap. Next, we have the pickled radish. It has a very kind of sweet, salty, vinegary taste, and it's very much part just like the inside portion of the kimbap where you have all the veggies and anything else that is typically in it. This is usually one of the main ingredients in it. We have the sesame oil, of course. This is to drizzle inside of the rice. Next, we have just some produce. I picked up some cucumbers. So we got some cucumbers that I'll put in there as well. And, oh, I'm gonna drop that. We have got some carrots. So I'm gonna be chopping this up as well and putting that in the kimbap. And then I got something a little extra special just to try it out and see what the flavor would be like. But we got some stir-fried kimchi in a can. And then we have some tuna as well. So I'm gonna mix that together and put that inside of the kimbap. So very excited to see how this all turns out. That is Foggy in the background if you're wondering what the meows are. Foggy, you wanna say hi? What do you think, Foggy? Honestly, I need to get more. I've used a lot of these. I got this from my mom. So we got roasted sesame seed that we're just gonna drizzle on top of the kimbap to add some more flavor as well to the. These are all the materials I'm gonna be using, and I'm really excited to try it out. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started cooking these, chopping up some vegetables and making the kimbap. This morning I decided to draw in my Hanmeal travel journal. This is the sketchbook I've been using for almost, I think, about a year and a half. Yeah, it's been a year and a half of using the sketchbook, and it's probably one that you've seen many times before if you've watched any of my previous videos or have been following me on my social media. I absolutely adore using the sketchbook. I am almost done with this. Actually, I only have about like 2 to 3 pages left in it, and I feel excited about it, excited about finishing the sketchbook. I also feel kind of like bittersweet about it as well, just because this sketchbook has been with me through so many different seasons of my life in the past year and a half, and so it feels kind of like bittersweet to part with it soon. But once I finish the sketchbook, I'll make sure to do a sketchbook tour to share with you all the pages that I completed and all the different phases I've been through while using the sketchbook, because it's actually really fun to look back. It's really fun to look back and see how my drawings have shifted and changed over time. It's been cool to see how much the way I use color pencil now versus how I used to use it, like even just like a year and a half ago, is so different in some ways. I think that's like been fun to see that change over the year and a half I've been using the sketchbook and using color pencil. In this drawing, I really was just kind of going with it. Like, I didn't just have a big plan. I saw 2 pictures on Pinterest that I really liked and kind of just used that as a reference. It was a photo of a girl holding this large bouquet of flowers, so I decided to draw that in my sketchbook. And then on the other side, I really wanted to draw tulips, but I just didn't want to just draw the tulips and leave it. I wanted to add some more interesting in the background, so I decided to do a night sky, because that was something I was curious about drawing, because that's something I haven't drawn a lot within my work recently, and so it was like a nice experiment to try out color pencils and drawing a very colorful night sky. And then on the right side I have the girl holding the flowers and the sun coming up. It's like a day and night spread. One of my favorite parts of doing this drawing was probably using this extremely bright neon pink color. It's so vibrant and fun to use, and I think it just adds so much more saturation and life to the drawing. So that's something I've really enjoyed using. I was mainly in bed this morning working on editing my Patreon color pencil tutorial. I was hoping to get that done last night, like the voiceover portion of it, but ended up falling asleep. So woke up early this morning just to do that voiceover recording. I like to do my voiceover recordings like on my bed. It has good like, I don't know, like sound. It just like sounds better and there's less noise because I like to put a blanket over my head when I'm like recording the video and just, or not recording the video, recording the voiceover, and that helps to block out a lot of the noise because my apartment walls are quite thin, so I can always hear like the construction next door and the birds outside and the squirrels running around. It almost feels like they're inside my home. Which is like not the best thing I feel like to listen to when you're doing a voiceover recording. Can be a little distracting, so I love working on that in my bed. Just finished editing the video, so I'm like uploading it into my flash drive so I can get it onto YouTube and then transfer it over to Patreon. While it's uploading, I'm feeling pretty hungry right now and I don't have a lot of food in my fridge for breakfast. Need to do a grocery run later the day, so I'm just gonna go walk over to the coffee shop and pick up a sandwich for my sister and I and have that for breakfast. And then after that, I think I'm gonna work on my thumbnail for the video and then share it sometime today. Today is like March 20th. A Monday, so I'll be sharing that on my Patreon. It's an exclusive tutorial video for my patrons, so if you're interested in seeing that color pencil tutorial, I will have it in the link below on my Patreon. You do have to join the monthly subscription in order to see it, but if you would like to do that, I'll have the link in my description box below. So yeah, busy morning, still in my pajamas. I feel like you've probably seen this shirt many times at this point now. It's a good go-to. So I'm just gonna, I need to take my hair out. I think I'm gonna wear a baseball cap today because it's feeling a little scraggly today. So I'm gonna go get changed and then head to go get breakfast. Oh wow, that's a big yawn. I love you, Foggy. This is what the morning setup is looking like today in my packaging office. I am having a great time listening to Taylor's latest song. I have this on repeat. I don't even know how many times I've listened to this now, but it's so good. So listening to that, getting myself prepped for when I see her in concert in May, which is very soon at this point, now that it's March, but having a good time listening to that while I'm packaging up your orders. So I got a couple here, just got started doing that, working on making some prints over here. These are my new kind of business cards that I made. So I need to finish printing off the back of these. And then these are a couple prints that were ordered on my shop. So I'm just gonna keep going with packing today. There's a lot to pack. I was waiting for my ink to arrive from my printer over here, but it took a while for it to come. So we're doing it most of all this stuff today. This is all like my Patreon stuff that I put in here, and then some of the stamps that I have. It's very cool. It's the Year of the Rabbit stamp. I love these. I love the USPS stamp. going to end the video. I am all ready to head out to the post office. I got all my packages here. I got all the packages ready to go, and all I need to do is just walk to the post office and drop these off. It was fun to document my first time making kimbap by myself. I had struggled a little bit as we were making it. I know it may not have seemed that way, but there are certain points where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But we made it through, and I was able to gift a few to like my friends, and they seem to really enjoy it. Let me know if y'all would want to see more cooking content. I love cooking a lot. It's like one of my favorite ways to decompress from the day, is just chopping up vegetables and making myself a home-cooked meal. It's one of my favorite things to do, and I do share quite a bit on my Instagram, like on my Insta stories. I'll share like the food I've been making, and specifically kind of sharing the color palette of the types of food that I've been eating, because I am very into the color palette of foods. Let me know if you'd be interested in watching more cooking content on this channel alongside all the other art things that I like to share with y'all. So let me know in the comments below, like, what are some of your favorite dishes? I'd be interested in trying out some new recipes, so if you have any like favorite go-to meals that you've been enjoying recently, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really enjoy that. So I'm gonna head to the post office and drop these off. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!